Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get you caught up on the series so far.
Previously on Mr. Humble Poker. The journey began in May with just $125, but the bankroll nearly collapsed, falling to only $45. Through battling and grinding, he fought back, climbing all the way to $227. But in the last episode, we hit a snag, dropping more than a buy-in. Now, sitting at $214, the story continues.
Thank you all for watching my cheesy intro. We're about to get into some hands. For any new viewer, we're grinding 5 cent, 10 cent since our bankroll is so small. Once we build it up, we'll move on to higher stakes. Around here, we play responsible poker. I've got bills and responsibilities, so I can't just be firing off buy-ins like crazy. Alright, let's jump into the first of our 2 sessions. Okay, first interesting hand. I'm in the small blind with Queen of Clubs, Jack of Clubs, Low Jack limps, cutoff opens to 3 big blinds. I'm in the small blind, so my strategy is to 3-bet or fold. Here I'm going to 3-bet to 10 big blinds. The limper cold calls my 3-bet, and the cutoff also calls. Flop comes 8 of hearts, 10 of spades, 5 of spades, and I check out of position. Low Jack also checks, and cutoff bets half pot for 14.7 big blinds. I have 2 overs and a gut shot, but I just felt like I was behind here. It's a pretty big bet, so I lay it down. But I'll show the rest of the hand. And of course, the turn is the 9 of hearts. So I'm watching the hand and I'm like, oh man, I should have called. Low Jack checks and cutoff goes all in. Low Jack calls the all in, so we get to see it play out. River is the Jack of hearts, and cutoff has pocket 5. So I was behind, I made the right fold. He had a set. And then Low Jack somehow has King 5 of hearts and wins with a flush. So kind of crazy hand, even though I'm not really involved. Okay, next hand, I'm in the big blind with 2 of hearts, 4 of hearts, and cutoff opens to 2.5 big blinds. The small blind calls, and I call. The flop comes 6 of spades, 3 of hearts, 4 of diamonds. So I hit a pair. Small blind bets 1 big blind. And I'm never going to fold for 1 big blind, so I call, and the cutoff calls. Turn is a 6 of clubs, and actually that's a pretty good card for me. The small blind checks, and here's where I think I make a mistake. I check, and then the cutoff also check. River is the 8 of spades. Small blind checks, and I'm checking just to try to get the showdown. And now the cutoff bets 7.4 big blinds, which is a pretty big bet compared to the size of the pot. Small blind folds, and I'm trying to put the cutoff on a hand. It's kind of a polarized bet, so it doesn't make sense to me unless you have pocket 8s. So I decide to stick in the hero call. And of course, he had a terrible decision. He had King of Clubs, 8 of Clubs, and I lose trying to get fancy. I should just fold. I should have folded pre-flop. So a bad start. We lose our first 2 meaningful hands.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I need to gain some momentum. I'm in the low jack with Queen 10 of spades and open to 2.5 big blinds. The small blind calls. The flop comes out great. 9 of spades, 5 of spades, Jack of Clubs. I have a huge combo draw. The small blind now leads out for 2.9 big blinds, half pot bet. The small blind only has about 21 big blinds left, so I think the play here is just to rip it. If he calls, great. If he folds, great. So that's what I do, and this time he folds. But at least we finally win a pot. Next hand, I'm in the cutoff with King, Queen of diamonds. The low jack and the high jack both limp. I didn't notice the low jack's limp, so I only raised to 3.5 big blinds. It should have been like 5 big blinds or 6. But then the button and the big blind call, and both limpers fold. So why even limp if you're just going to fold to such a small raise, and you have great odds? It doesn't make sense to me. Flop comes Queen of spades, 4 of diamonds, 3 of spades. Big blind checks, and I bet 3.7 big blinds. The button folds, and the big blind calls. Turn is the 8 of diamonds. The big blind checks again. And this time I bet a little bigger, 9.7 big blinds, since I have the flush draw to go with my top pair. River is the 5 of spades, big blind checks. And I'm trying to think if I can get more value from any hand. I don't want him to be trapping me and raise me. And I'm all about thin value, but this time I just check back. And villain had 6-5 of diamonds. So I win the pot. Maybe I could have thin value bet, but I don't think he calls anyway. We only have 1 more hand of the first session. So this next hand is going to make or break us. I'm in the cutoff with King of diamonds, Jack of spades. Hijack limps. I open to 3.5 big blinds. Big blind calls and the hijack call. Flop comes 3 of spades, 8 of spades, 6 of clubs. Big blind checks, hijack checks, and I'm already giving up on the hand, and I check. Turn is the king of hearts. Now I have top pair all of a sudden. Big blind checks, and hijack bets full pot, 10.4 big blinds. I obviously call because I just got top pair. Why would I fold now? And now a big blind calls, and I'm thinking, what do these guys have? River is the 4 of hearts, big blind checks, and now hijack, after betting full pot, checks. And I don't know what to do here. There's a lot of money in the pot. This will get me profitable for the session. So I check to get the showdown. Hijack has ace 4 of clubs, and big blind has ace 10. I don't know what they were doing on the turn. They both had absolutely nothing. I guess they were just trying to take down the pot, but worked out for me. I win a decent sized pot here. Man, that first session was a long and grueling one. I was down almost the entire time, just couldn't get anything going. But near the end, I finally clawed my way back and managed to finish up a couple bucks. Not much, but after 3 hours, I'll take it. Let's jump into the next session and see if we can keep it up. I'll give the combined results of both sessions at the end of the video. Okay, first meaningful hand. I'm in the big blind with King of Hearts, 7 of clubs, and small blind raises to 3 big blinds, and I call. Flop comes 9 of hearts, Queen of clubs, 8 of hearts. Small blind checks. Since he was the opener and checked, I'm figuring he's weak. I have some nice backdoors, so I take a stab at the pot and bet 1.7 big blinds. Small blind calls, so I'm thinking maybe he has a small pair, I don't know. Turn is the Queen of Hearts. Small blind checks. This time, I check back, hoping my flush gets there. River is a 4 of clubs, so I miss, but small blind checks again. So, in my mind, he can't have anything. I block really good hands like King, Queen, any heart flush draw. So I decide to bluff at this and bet pretty big, 6.5 big blinds. And it gets through. Villain folds and we win a nice pot. Okay, next hand, kind of a frustrating one. I'm in the big blind with Ace of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds. Low jack min raises to 2 big blinds, button calls, and I 3-bet to 10 big blinds. Now the low jack 4-bets me to 18 big blinds, and button folds. Normally I would fold Ace Jack off to a 4-bet, but this 4-bet is so small, I decide to call. Flop comes 7 of hearts, Queen of spades, 2 of spades. I check, and now low jack bets huge, 36.4 big blinds. I feel like I have to fold here. I don't know what else to do, so I let it go. And we lose a decent sized pot. Frustrating start. I have to top off for $3, but now we wake up in the hijack with Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Spades. Low jack limps. I raise to 4 big blinds. Cutoff calls, big blind calls, and the low jack calls. So great hand, but we got 4 callers, so we gotta be smart. Flop comes 5 of hearts, 7 of spades, 2 of diamonds. It checks to me, and I bet 4.7 big blinds, about 30% pot, just hoping I'm good. And now cutoff raises to 17.2 big blinds. It folds to me, and I call, but I'm worried. Turn is the Jack of Hearts, and I check. And now villain in the cutoff bets 48.1 big blinds. Huge bet. Some players I might fold, but I've noticed this villain is reckless, so I call. River is the 10 of hearts. I check, praying it checks back. But villain puts me to the test and goes all in for 57.2 big blinds. I looked it up on the solver, and I'm actually supposed to fold here at a high frequency. If I had the Ace of Hearts, I can mix in more calls. But for some reason, I just didn't believe this guy, and I call. And I win a huge all-in pot. I give villain credit. He missed his open-end straight draw and went for it. If I had top pair or anything like that, I would have folded. But I just hate folding pocket aces. Okay, trying to keep up momentum. I'm in the low jack with 7-6 of clubs, and I open to 2.5 big blinds. It folds around to the big blind, and he calls. Flop comes 10 of diamonds, 6 of hearts, Jack of hearts. Big blind checks, and I take a stab for 1.6 big blinds. And the big blind calls. Turn is the King of Hearts. Big blind checks. And I check, and now I'm just with my pair. I'm just trying to get the showdown. River is the 7 of spades, and big blind leads out for 5.2 big blinds. When he made that bet, I just felt he was strong. A similar hand actually happened in episode 1. I river 2 pair, and the villain bet big. I folded, and everybody killed me in the comments, as you're going to see here. And also my buddy Dave, who's a poker player, killed me for that one too. So my gut here is to fold, but I decided to listen to what everybody told me last time and say I can't fold 2 pair there, so I call. And of course, villain has King Jack of clubs, and beats me, we lose and there goes our momentum. So that hand taught me to always trust my gut. Okay, last hand of the session, I'm in the small blind with ace of spades, king of clubs. It folds the button and he opens to 2.5 big blinds. I 3-bet to 9.5 big blinds and button calls. Flop comes 9 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 8 of diamonds, and I c-bet for 5.7 big blinds and the button calls. River is the 8 of clubs. I check now and button bets 14.9 big blinds. That's a big bet, but for some reason I just thought it was BS. Plus, I have a redraw on a flush, so I call. River is the 6 of spades. I check, just trying to get the showdown. Villain checks back. I show my hand and he mucks, so we win a good one with ace high for our last hand. So that wraps it up. Let's take a quick look at the results. We started this video with $214.41 and finished at $226.06. A profit of $11.65, so around 110 big blinds. I appreciate all the support. This channel's been slowly growing. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. And like always, stay humble, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.